Rockville, Maryland. You've probably heard the buzz. It's often called one of the best places to live near Washington, D.C. And it's easy to see why. Schools, strong. Metro access, 3 Red Line stops serves the area. The weekend scene, I'm talking farmers market, town square events, ice skating in the winter, and so much more. But let's be real for a second. The median list price sits around mid 600s. As of October 2025, it's gonna put you around $650,000. And utilities in Maryland trend higher than the US average. Statewide residential electric bills often land in $170 to $250 or more per month. So is Rockville the dream or a budget trap? Stick around because by the end, you'll have the real pros, the cons, and a clear sense of whether this is your spot or not. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Petena Thomas. I help buyers move to and within Montgomery County, Maryland. I live here. My son goes to school here. So everything I'm sharing with you today is straight from living it, helping clients every day. This is no fluff, just what you need to know to make a good call. Pro number 1, school district that opens doors. So families move here for education. Montgomery County Public School, it is well regarded statewide. Well, Rockville, it has some of the popular programs like IB at Richard Montgomery High and rigorous pathways at Wooten High School as well. Elementary options are always a draw to. Translation for homeowners, we're talking strong demand and solid resale. But keep in mind that Montgomery County, it is currently reviewing school boundaries. In future changes, it may affect which school serves certain neighborhoods. Pro number 2, transit that actually works. Commuting into Washington, D.C. can be tough, but Rockville gives you options. You've got 3 Red Line stations to choose from: Shady Grove, Rockville, and Twinbrook. It's roughly 30 to 40 minutes on the metro to get into downtown, depending on where you're going and the time of day. There's also a MARC stop in Rockville for weekday trips to Union Station, for that matter. Several neighborhoods offer shuttles to Metro, for example, King Farm neighborhood, which means you can have 1 car or even car optional living can be a viable option. Compared to crawling on I-270 at rush hour, the train starts to look pretty smart. So my husband actually does this ever so often. He'll just park at the Metro station. It saves him the headache of sitting in traffic, and honestly, it is way less stressful thinking about if you're gonna find parking in DC. That's never fun. Pro number 3, neighborhood buffet. Rockville is a choose your own adventure. Historic West End for older architecture, leafy streets, and the stroll to town square. You have King Farm for that walkability, pocket parks, pools, and neighborhood shuttle to the metro, and the true community feel. Falls Grove for newer homes, trails, and its own village center. Twinbrook for a more approachable entry price, its own metro stop, and ongoing redevelopment at Twinbrook Quarter. Woodley Gardens for an established green vibe near parks and well-regarded schools. Of course, Rockville Town Center, if you want that condo or apartment living right by the restaurants, the library, and the seasonal ice rink. Farmstead District next to King Farm. It's brand new, modern, and walkable if that's your style. I have a video here for you to check out. Pro number 4, jobs, jobs, jobs. You're in the middle of a serious job engine. Rockville sits on the I-270 Life Sciences Corridor. With easy access to NIH and Walter Reed to the south, the FDA nearby, and the NRC in town, add major corporate and federal roles around the Beltway, and you've got a market where many residents work in STEM, policy, and healthcare. That income potential is a significant reason people choose Rockville, despite the higher costs. If this is helpful so far, tap like so that more future neighbors can find it. And if Rockville is on your radar, drop a comment below and grab my free relocation guide linked in the description. It's packed with tons of neighborhood info. All right, so I've talked about all the great things about Rockville. What are not some of the not so great things? So first con, sticker shock to some. So Rockville is not a bargain market. The median list price hovers around mid 600s, and single family homes in hot spots. When I say hot spots, I'm talking about those areas that has high walkability score or well-regarded schools. Those homes are usually well over 1 million. Property taxes include county, plus if you're inside the city of Rockville, a city property tax line item. So the city rate is currently about 29 cents for every $100 of assessed value, on top of county or state lines on your tax bill. Your HOA or condo fee, of course, this varies by neighborhood, and utilities in Maryland, it tend to be higher than the US average. So when shopping Rockville, Maryland, just budget with a cushion, especially if you're targeting move-in ready homes near the metro. Here's a quick example math for the city line item on a $500,000 assessed value. So the city portion is about $1,460 per year. That's only one part of your total tax bill. So always verify the full current bill before you write your offer. All right, con number 2, traffic and construction fatigue. So progress is great, but construction noise and lane closures, it happens on major corridors like 355. The weekend metro maintenance, it can cause delays. And on the roads, I-270, it tends to crawl most of the time. The ICC helps east to west, but it's tolled, and not everyone wants to pay that. Rockville also uses speed and red light cameras in various spots, so always plan your routes and give yourself some buffer time. All right, con number 3, competitive market. So in certain pockets, the pace is fast. Multiple offers, they are common in Rockville, Maryland. Escalation clauses show up a lot. Pre-inspections can make a significant difference in older homes. The playbook that wins here, local pre-approval, a clean offer, tight timelines, and an agent who knows the micro market street by street. Con number 4, the city inside the city thing. So Rockville is both a place and a municipality with its own services. Some homes are inside the city of Rockville. Others have a Rockville mail-in address, but they are outside the city limits. So inside the city, you'll see city services like weekly trash and recycling, leaf vacuuming during the fall, snow removal on city streets, and special bulk pickups by appointments. If you're outside the city, you just follow the county service rules and schedule. It's not complicated once you know your address status, but it matters for taxes, services, and permitting. Here's a bonus you need to know: radon and local rules. So radon is common throughout Montgomery County due to the local geology. So the city has adopted building standards for radon control on new buildings and substantial renovations. So whether you're inside or outside city limits, just get a radon test as part of your due diligence. Policies on disclosure and testing have evolved, so don't skip this step if you're buying. All right, so I've given you the good and the not so great, but let's get a better sense of Rockville, Maryland. So what do the locals do on weekend? And this part sells itself because the town square has plenty of events. Farmers market on the weekend, that's amazing. The seasonal outdoor rink and quick trips to Rock Creek Regional Park or Lake Needwood for biking, kayaking, and trails. You're about 20 to 25 minutes puts you at Great Falls and the Billy Goat Trail in Virginia, so you're not that far from other things. For art and music, you've got Strathmore and easy metro rides to Smithsonian Museum in DC. You're conveniently located to Silver Spring as well, easy access to downtown Silver Spring for the AFI, Silver Theater. I mean, you're just centrally located to so many things. Now for the verdict, who will love it here? If you want strong schools, real transit options, and access to deep job market, Rockville delivers on all fronts. You pay more, but you get a lot back in services, amenities, and time saved. If you're more price sensitivity, zero commute mindset, or a craving for wide open acreage are must-haves for you, I would suggest you look a bit further out. But for everyone else, Rockville, it hits a sweet spot. We're talking suburban calm with urban access, real community, and enough neighborhood variety to fit almost any season of life. And one thing I forgot to mention, Rockville, Maryland, it is so diverse. And of course that translates over to different cuisines that are available. I mean, we have some of the best restaurants in Maryland, I would say. Actually, behind Wheaton, Maryland, I would say Rockville, Maryland is my second favorite. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me or not. So if Rockville sounds like a fit, just grab a spot on my calendar for a free 30-minute Zoom. We'll map your budget and lifestyle to the right neighborhoods and even down to the specific streets and buildings. Links in the description. And if you see me in Rockville, I'm probably probably the one in the bubble tea line or at Paris Baguette, one of my favorite places. Hit subscribe for more honest guides, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.